Mistakes that I've personally seen endurance athletes make over and over again. 10 of them, to be precise. Number 1, eating foods that you know that are going to give you stomach issues. Loads of processed foods and foods that you know you're going to react to because you've got no willpower to actually refrain from these foods. It's all well and good having foods that taste really nice, but if they're going to affect your performance, potentially make your body stop burning fat and slow you down, why have them if you're that interested in focusing on performance? Number 2, binging after sessions. Now let me explain. You've done your hard session, the last thing you really want to do is to actually eat a massive meal, so you don't have food. Your following sessions will suffer, your performance will suffer, your immune system will suffer, you potentially will get injured. So that's one case scenario. The other case is that you've done a hard session, so you think it's an excuse to binge out on loads of crap. No. Your caloric requirement will still be potentially what you worked it out to be. Maybe an extra 10% for recovery. There's no need to go and binge out on thousands of calories worth of junk, especially if it's not going to do your body any good in the long run. Number 3, taking too long between meals. Now, if you're at work, you may not be able to eat exactly when you want to, but you will be able to eat every 3 or 4 hours. It's not saying that set an alarm and as soon as 3 hours come, if you don't eat, you're going to have issues. Eat regularly, because that way you're going to be able to get a good volume in your stomach to then fuel your muscles and get into your body's systems. And you're not going to be getting to night time and think, oh my god, I'm so tired and so hungry, and then binge out on food. Number 4, having caffeine without a plan. Now we know that caffeine is great, it's a stimulant, but come race day, if you've not tried it, you've also got your adrenaline flowing, you're nervous and all this sort of stuff. So having caffeine, which is a stimulant, a central nervous system stimulant, it also stimulates the gut. So if you're stressed out and you then have loads of caffeine, have too much, or you don't have it at the right time, and it has a long half-life of around 5 hours, having it around sort of like 20 minutes before your race is pretty cool. You're going to get a good boost and it will last a while. But if you have too much and don't try it beforehand, you are setting yourself up to have GI distress, which nobody wants. Nobody wants those runner's trots or anything like that. You don't want it. It's not nice, and you definitely don't want it on race day. Number 5, focusing on fat loss. Now if you're honestly in the endurance world to drop fat, that is cool. You can do that, for sure, by focusing on fat loss. However, if you want to perform, if you want to get PB after PB, if you want to really do well in the swim, in the bike, in the run, on your triathlon, then focusing on performance is key. The off season is where you can get a little bit of fat loss going. You can drop to your pretty much ideal race weight or just before the start of the season, but race season is for focusing on performance. If you haven't done the work in the off season, don't undo everything else by then focusing on fat loss during the season and expect to perform at the same time. It won't happen, believe me. Number 6, eating too much fat. We have this trend, which is a load of bollocks, where people want to go low carb, high fat, because some random coach with no nutrition knowledge has told them to. You won't find the pros eating low carbs for a prolonged period of time, and there's a reason for that. It's shooting yourself in the foot for performance. And also the fats, they're higher in calories as well, so you're going to have to be eating less. And if you eat more, chances are you're going to eat too many calories. Number 7, eating too many carbs. Yep, I love carbs. I preach about carbs all the time and that you need them for performance. But again, you can eat too many. It's so easy to just go in and eat loads of bread and loads of pasta, loads of rice and everything like this. Especially if they're a little bit processed. You start having loads of sugar from ice cream and things like that, then yeah, it's easy to overeat. So sticking to a plan is vital. Knowing your body is vital. Listening to your coach is vital. Not eating before early sessions. This is a big one because there's that warrior mentality of getting up at 7, going on the bike for 3 hours, get back, having your Sunday roast. Yeah, if you're fueled well on the Saturday, that's all well and good. But if you haven't, then you need to make sure that you're getting some fuel in before your early session. If not, potentially you're going to be burning a bit of muscle, your performance is going to be depleted, and you're not going to get the most out of that session. It'd be pointless doing that session to a degree, to actually, if you're completely unfueled for it, because you could get injured, your immune function will go very low, and you're setting yourself up for all sorts of other issues. Again, not fueling during longer sessions. The same as training early, not having fuel. If you don't keep these glycogen stores, your sugar stores topped up, then potentially you're going to get injured. You're going to dig that hole too much that your body is not going to be able to recover from. Not fuel them with water as well. Your hydration levels need to be topped up. Now, the aim is not to stop dehydration, but it's to stop excessive dehydration, because you might sweat 2 litres, but you don't like drinking 2 litres an hour. So getting some water in there, getting it topped up, maybe some electrolytes in there, not too many because you don't want GI distress. Getting the fuel during your sessions. Use your brain. It's what it's there for. The last one is searching for a secret. If you listen to my podcast with Matt Fitzgerald, you'll realise that a lot of the age groupers, a lot of people doing this for fun rather than top elites and the top pros, they search for this secret. And there isn't one. You know you need to eat a balanced diet. Eat the right foods. But there's no secret. You don't need to have a named diet, the warrior diet, intermittent fasting, paleo, vegan. All this shit, you don't need it. A balanced diet is going to be what gets you the furthest, the healthiest, dropping fat and performing great. If you need accountability to stick to this balanced diet, then get in touch with me and we can get working on nutrition coaching.